Hi there, my name's James Henderson. Today I'm going to be talking about my placement at St Mary Magdalene's Catholic Primary School in Penwitham. This is part of my PE module. Firstly, of course, I would like to say a big massive thank you to yourself. I mean, without you I wouldn't have had this placement and I've had a time in my life at this school. It's been so much of an insight into actually what teaching is about and the different type of teaching styles to do, different careers to go into with involvements in teaching. It's also, I've also been able to see what type of teacher I am through this experience, as I've been able to see what type of methods work, how kids respond to me in general. My placement. Okay. As you are aware, over time I have to spend my placement. I have to complete in order to complete my placement. Obviously, you know I have 60 hours to complete, which I have succeeded and passed easily. I sort of plan and deliver 2 sessions, which I've done. I've done more than 2 sessions. I think I've done up to 6 now, which is good. And I also have to observe different types of teachers and their teaching styles that they use related to Kolb's learning matrix. Okay. So firstly, my sessions. These sessions have to be 30 minutes long and cover various parts of the national curriculum. Okay. So I picked invasion games as one of my areas. I know of the national curriculum. And I also picked net games as one of them as well. So I wanted to try and vary it as much the type of teaching styles and the way in which I taught the lessons as much as possible. Okay. My plan for an invasion game. I called this invasion game Battleships. For the warm-up, it consisted of mats that were spread around the hall, and the students, in this case Year 5s, had to move from mat to mat, so they were going around the hall all the time, and they were moving in different ways. So one way I said, okay, now you've got to jump from mat to mat, or now you've got to hop from mat to mat, and even gallop. The main session, I split them into halves, and I split half onto one side and half onto the other side. I then told them, okay, for each mat, they had 2 people on, and on each mat there was 3 cones. And I told them that the cones were missiles, and in order to win, you had to steal the other missiles from the other team so that they couldn't blow you up. So what they had to do is that they had to go across and steal the cones, and I'd asked them to move in a particular type of way. Then I began to explain the rules, like I said, and they seemed to learn it quite well. And then the cool down was a walk around the hall, calmly collecting the equipment, because kids at this age don't particularly need cool down as much, as their bodies are naturally reacting to it and their bodies can take more wear and tear generally. For the net game, I call this ice cream trucks, and the warm-up was inside, so we were inside the hall, and we were moving around the hall in various different types of ways, various different shapes. This was reception class, so we were focusing mainly on their fundamental skills, I beg your pardon, as they can't properly fully develop their coordination, their agility, their balance, compared to the older students in the school. And then for the main, I split them into equal groups around a big box of balls, which I said the box of balls were ice creams. And in order to win, they had to collect as many ice creams as they can for their different flavoured chocolate, the different flavoured trucks. So for one flavour I had chocolate, I had strawberry, vanilla, mint choc chip, and so on. I told them that to move in various different ways to the box, And I also included a tennis racket within this as well. So they had to balance the ball on the tennis racket on one hand, and then another they had to balance it on the tennis racket, and then another one they had to hit it to their partner, all developing that coordination that young children need and developing their ABCs. For the cool down, the same again as the year 5s. Young children have quite a balance to play sport, so they don't necessarily need much cool down, but they just need to calm down and relax so they're able to focus on the next lesson. So how the planning went, it was hard. It was quite hard to actually be original and come up with original ideas. I thought, as you would usually specifically go around the traditional route. So you go, okay, we'd play football, we'd go do some passing drills, rather than being creative and diverse. I tried to incorporate as much changes as possible to allow people to progress at different levels. So if somebody was struggling, for example, in the warm up of the Battleships game, and they were struggling to, for example, hop on their left leg from mat to mat, I would ask them to hop on their right or their stronger leg, or if they were even struggling with hopping, to maybe jump with 2 feet. I also again tried to be original as possible, organised as possible, as it delivers a good session according to Mackenzie. If you're more organised, therefore your session will be able to flow better. Therefore you'll be able to incorporate for different faults. So if you, for example, have a lesson and the kids aren't quite developing as much as possible, you're organised, so therefore you can slow that down so that the children are able to learn to their best. I also try to make it as fun as possible, because Care says making things fun is really good for children, because they learn stuff more when it's fun for them. And how was the delivery? For the net game, it went quite smoothly. Because they were younger children, so they responded a lot more. For the invasion game, people were trying to push the rules and bend the rules to try and aid their team in any kind of evasion sport, but they were getting to the point where year 5s, being quite a boisterous set of lads in that group, tried to cheat, to say, in small words. According to Phil, I was in these sessions. I was clear, I was well explained, and I gave good clarity of explanations and demonstrations to try and incorporate for the different types of learning styles people had. It was also useful to see how different students would react to me delivering the session compared to Phil, so that I could see the differences within authority and how to act to then have authority within a group, and how to act to prove myself towards them. My thoughts on the sessions and what I learned from them. Positives, I thought it went very well for both sessions. I had good responses, and they were well behaved generally, apart from the year 5s maybe bending the rules a little bit. Performance of the task was surprisingly well, especially within the reception group. I saw that they learned it a lot better. Maybe this was because Phil, the person who delivers the PE sessions here, developed their functional movement skills much better than I've seen in other primary schools that I've done placement at. But some of the things that I thought weren't the best was how I deal with different needs of the group. So, for example, if somebody in the group was really struggling really badly, I really struggled to kind of make them understand how to do things and break movements down. And I think that's one thing I've got to look at into the future. The concepts of flexibility, I mean, most of the group was really good, and there was no need to be flexible because none of them really did struggle. But if some of them had struggled, then it maybe would have been good to be a bit more flexible. And timekeeping on some activities and some games, I